My name is Robert. I'm 87 years old, and I remember the last time she called my name. I remember it because I didn't turn around. It wasn't dramatic. There was no door slamming, no raised voices, just her standing in the hallway of our old house, saying my name the way she always did, soft, a little uncertain. Robert? I was putting on my coat. I had somewhere to be. I don't even remember where anymore. Something that felt important at the time. Work, probably. Or something I convinced myself was work. I heard her. I know I did. But I didn't stop. People think the worst moments in life are the ones that break you open. The fights, the betrayals, the times you lose your temper and say things you can't take back. But that's not what I remember most. I remember the small things, the quiet ones, the moments that didn't feel like anything at all. We were married for 43 years. I met Margaret when I was 24. She was 22. We got married a year later in a church her mother picked out. I wore a suit I'd borrowed from my brother. She wore a dress she'd been saving for since she was 16. I thought I had all the time in the world. Margaret wasn't loud. She didn't demand things. She didn't make scenes or leave notes or threaten to leave. She just waited. She waited for me to come home. She waited for me to finish what I was doing. She waited for me to look up from the paper or the TV or whatever I'd convinced myself mattered more in that moment. And I let her. I worked long hours back then. That's what men did. That's what I told myself, anyway. I was providing. I was doing my part. But the truth is, I liked it. I liked the quiet of the office after everyone else had gone home. I liked the feeling of being needed somewhere. I liked not having to sit with the silence that had started growing between us, because by then we'd stopped talking the way we used to. When we were young, we'd stay up late just talking, about nothing, really. Her job at the library, my boss who couldn't remember anyone's name, what we'd name our kids someday. We had two, a boy and a girl, and somehow, after they were born, the talking stopped. Not all at once, just slowly, like a door closing so quietly you don't notice until it's already shut. Margaret would try. She'd ask me how my day was. She'd tell me something funny one of the kids did. She'd suggest we go for a walk after dinner, just the two of us. And I'd nod. I'd say, maybe later. I'd say, I'm tired. I'd say, let me just finish this. And she'd stop asking. I didn't think it mattered. I thought we were fine. I thought marriage was just like that after a while. Comfortable, steady. You didn't need to talk all the time. You didn't need to make a fuss. I thought she understood. But she didn't say my name the same way anymore. It used to sound warm, like she was glad I was there. After a while, it started to sound careful, like she wasn't sure if I wanted to be bothered. And then one day, she stopped saying it as much at all. The kids grew up. Our son moved to Oregon for work. Our daughter got married and stayed close, but she had her own life, her own family. And then it was just the two of us again. I thought that would fix it. I thought we'd go back to how we were, but we didn't. Margaret started spending more time in the garden. She'd always liked it, but now she was out there for hours, planting things, pulling weeds, sitting on the bench we'd bought years ago and never used. I'd watch her sometimes from the window. She looked peaceful. She looked alone. I told myself I'd join her, tomorrow, next weekend, when I wasn't so tired. but I never did. One night, she asked me if I was happy. We were sitting in the living room. The TV was on, but neither of us was watching it. She looked at me for a long time. Then she nodded. "Okay," she said. And that was it. I didn't realize it then, but that was the moment. That was when she stopped waiting.